What an outstanding gathering this evening. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. And I love all of you too, my goodness. What a blessing it is to have so many people here tonight. And I just, from the bottom of my heart, want you to know how grateful we are at the Family Institute of Connecticut, because it's not just Larry and Jen and myself in the office, it's all of you. All of us here in this room are the Family Institute of Connecticut. So you're applauding me, but applaud yourselves as well. This is a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for being here. This is a fundraising banquet. We just had some early success with our auction. And after the keynote, we are going to do an appeal. So please stay seated after the keynote. I am convinced. Do you know we have 400 people here tonight? Did you know that? 400 people. I am convinced that there are 100 people here tonight. There are at least 100 of the 400 who have $1,000 that they can give at the appeal. If that happens, we will have raised $100,000 at the end of the evening. It will be the most successful banquet we have ever had. I am convinced that that can happen tonight. One of the reasons that one of the purposes for which we exist is the fight for religious liberty. That has been one of the biggest battles that the Family Institute has been involved in over this last year, not just here in Connecticut, but on the federal level. And that goes to the person that we are giving the award, the Charles Stetson Award, named for one of our founders, and his widow, Bibi, is here with us tonight. And Bibi, we're grateful to have you here, and Senator Santorum, and Leslie, and the kids. We're very grateful for all of you. Love you all. Thank you for being here. The Stetson Award tonight goes to Archbishop William Lori of the Archdiocese of Baltimore, until very recently, the Bishop of Bridgeport, Connecticut. Now, the reason that we chose Archbishop Lori for this award is the award always goes to whoever has shown the greatest courage in whatever pro-family battle that the Family Institute happens to be involved in that given year. The single biggest battle in 2012 in Connecticut and throughout the nation has been the fight against this outrageous federal mandate from Health and Human Services that would require all of us, regardless of our beliefs, to provide and pay for abortion-inducing drugs, even if it violates our conscience. In the entire history of this country, going back to the founding of the First Amendment in 1791, this is something that the federal government has never tried to impose on believers before. Bishop Lori has led that fight. He has led the fight against the HHS mandate, and when it is defeated, and it will be defeated, I believe, it will be in no small part because of the incredible leadership of William Lori. And what's important here to FIC is the Connecticut angle in this fight. William Lori learned about the aggressive secularism, the attack on faith and family, because he was a bishop here in Connecticut for so long. And we're better to learn about the aggressive assault on family values and on religious liberty than in the state of Connecticut. It was Bishop Lori who led the fight in 2009 against a bill that would have attacked the authority of bishops and priests over their own churches in Connecticut and stripped them of their own authority. It was because of the energy and the experience that Bishop Lori took out of that fight here in Connecticut. It's all that experience and energy that he has been applying successfully to this fight now on the federal level. So what our friends on the other side don't realize, what they started in Connecticut when they led this attack against the church in 2009, that they created a lion for religious liberty who is now leading this fight for religious liberty on the national level. That's why we're giving this award to Archbishop Lori. He could not be here. He has a conflict. There's a beautiful letter that he wrote to the Family Institute that you will see in your program guides. Please read it. But we are very fortunate to have his former chancellor for the Archdiocese, Nancy Matthews, here to accept the award on his behalf. Nancy, would you please come up here?
support this wonderful organization, the Family Institute of Connecticut. I'm very honored to accept this 2012 Charles Stetson Award on behalf of Archbishop Lori. Archbishop Lori has asked me to convey to all of you his warmest thanks and his gratitude for this honor, and his admiration, gratitude, and respect for the Family Institute of Connecticut, its members, and in particular, let's all recognize the stalwart leadership of Peter Wolfgang. Peter, God bless you. Archbishop Lori would have loved to have been here tonight. I know he did send a letter that you can all read, but he is the new Archbishop of Baltimore, which was the first Catholic diocese in the United States. In addition to that, he's the Supreme Chaplain of the Worldwide Knights of Columbus. And yes, Knights, there are Knights. And he is chairman of the Ad Hoc Committee for Religious Liberty. I have a great honor to work with him on that committee. And Peter's absolutely right. As Bishop of Bridgeport, Bishop Lori worked side by side with the Family Institute. Indeed, we had many, many battles together. But always, always the Family Institute was there. Its members, its leadership, to bear strong witness to the values fundamental to a healthy society. Marriage, which is between one man and one woman. The sanctity of life from the moment of conception until natural death, and freedom, particularly religious freedom, which is the natural right of every human being. Always the Family Institute has been there, working with everyone, with all faiths, very ecumenical endeavor, to insist on the foundational, fundamental principles of our great nation, that we are one nation under God, endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights. Those rights which are to be protected, not undermined, and not abridged by the government. Bedrock principles for which there can be no compromise. Archbishop Lori is now heading a national effort on behalf of the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops as chair of the Ad Hoc Committee for Religious Liberty. And I can tell you that the work of that committee is multifaceted. We first and foremost are defending a fundamental right to live our faith in the courts, also in the legislatures, and also, of course, in the public square. But we must also work to educate and ensure that every generation understands and cherishes those fundamental rights. Because, my friends, we live in perilous times right now. The threats to our liberties are from without, but they are also from within. And the most insidious threats are those from within. The great work of the Family Institute, its members, its supporters, has never been more important than now. We are at an important crossroads. What kind of country will we leave to our children and our grandchildren? We must continue to work together, support the Family Institute, support individuals with the courage of their conviction, work together to fight the good fight so that our children and our grandchildren may live in a land that is truly free, a land that respects the rights of conscience, a land of robust religious liberty where people can live their lives in accordance with their faith, and a land where all life is protected, it's sacred and is cherished. And remember, be not afraid, for we are not alone in this fight. Again, on behalf of Archbishop Lori, who truly truly wish he could have been here. I thank you so much for this honor. He thanks you. Mrs. Stetson, thank you in memory of your dear husband. And thank you all so very much. And remember to stay at the end and support the Family Institute.